Babies are so cute. They are adorable and innocent. Oh, look at those chubby cheeks. I can poke them all day. It doesn't matter if the baby's mine or not. All babies are adorable. Mom, I thought you were visiting your friend. Was her name Mary? Did she have a baby or something? Why are you suddenly talking about babies and how cute they are? But she's around the same age as you. Isn't she a bit too old to have a baby? Whose baby is it? If she actually succeeded getting pregnant at this age, that's a great development in modern medicine. Of course it's not her baby. If it was her baby, I would have paid for the treatment ages ago to get you pregnant. It's her daughter's baby. She's a grandma now. Her daughter gave birth last month. She knows her priorities well. Apparently, she's staying with her mother for a while to take care of the baby. It's difficult for new mothers to deal with babies all the time on their own. Mary is so lucky she'll be able to look after her newborn grandchild. Oh, I see. Babies are really adorable. They have a magical charm. I know it's hard to look after them, but once we see them smile and they wrap their hands around our fingers, your stress is gone in an instant. That's what my friend says. I go visit her once in a while, but it's so nice to interact with babies. I think I'm visiting her just to play with her baby at this point. It makes me so happy to see them. Their smile is infectious. I agree. It's really a blessing to have a baby. It's been a few decades since I gave birth to my son. Has it been nearly 30 years? Oh my, time flies so fast. I had so much fun playing with Mary's grandchild today. I rarely get to interact with babies at my age. I really don't have the opportunity. I wonder why Mary already has a grandchild while I still have none. Yeah, we don't get to interact with young kids unless we're a teacher or something. But I guess that's normal. Normal? Not at my age and when my son is already married. All my friends and neighbors are having a wonderful time with their grandchildren already. It's obvious whose fault this is. How about you take a look around the neighborhood, dear? I bet all your friends have had at least one baby by now. Don't pretend like it's not your fault at all. I'm sorry, but I think it's my choice. And didn't you say it's a blessing to have a child? It's not like we can have a baby anytime. We have to wait for the right time. We're taking our time. It's already been 3 years since you got married with Tim. I think I've waited long enough. Mary's daughter was pregnant as soon as she got married to her husband. Are you telling me you've never had your right time in the past 3 years? That's very, very unfortunate. Sasha, you must be very unlucky. I've never heard of anyone so unlucky. Are you possessed? I am not, but I've always been unlucky. It always rains whenever I go out, and the waiter often forgets my orders. I guess I angered God or something in my past life. Tim always teases me about how unlucky I am. The last time we went out for a date, the waiter forgot my order again, and he couldn't stop laughing. I didn't ask for the details. Who would want to hear about your date? I was just being sarcastic. Don't you understand jokes? You're not only unlucky, but also really boring. Oh, I never realized. I'm sorry I didn't get your joke. Sarcasm is not my thing. I think I'm too straightforward. Sasha, you really have a carefree personality. I guess you're also very optimistic, or maybe you're just a little bit stupid. I think your personality is also to be blamed. That's why you still don't have a child. You should really start thinking about your future and making plans. You'll be too old to give birth in no time. Tick-tock, tick-tock. I don't think personality is much of an issue. I think you're making connections between unrelated matters. Really? I don't think so. I heard Tim's busy recently. He comes home late, doesn't he? What if he's not busy and was just lying to you? He might be too tired to deal with your personality. I think he prefers to be at work than to deal with you at home. Poor Tim. He can't even take a rest at home. And he still doesn't have a child. You've been making him wait for so long. No, Tim's really busy. He looks really tired every day when he gets home. And he told me the whole story. We value honesty in our relationship. Don't worry too much about it, Mom. You're overthinking and being too negative. I hope that's true, because if I were Tim, I wouldn't be so understanding. A wife who has a problematic personality and can't give birth to his child no matter how long he waits, I don't think he has enough time to deal with someone like you. I think you're looking down on Tim by saying that. I thought you were proud to have him as your son. Tim will never judge me based on if I gave birth to his child or not. I think you know how kind Tim is more than anyone. He loves me the way I am, including my personality. If not, why would he marry me in the first place? There's absolutely nothing to worry about. Okay, I think it's no use talking to you. Well, if you believe so, Sasha, I won't stop you. I'm just trying to give you some advice to maintain a good relationship with Tim. As Tim's mother, I am pretty sure that Tim has different visions about this issue. I know how he's like. Okay, let's stop talking about this, shall we? The conversation is not taking us anywhere. And most importantly, whether I get pregnant or not is not your business. It's our problem, something to decide between me and Tim. We'll discuss this issue ourselves. How is it not my business? It obviously is. Your child is my grandchild. I am going to be his or her grandmother. I should have a say in this matter. I'm going to be related to this child. But there's nothing you can do, is there? Calm down, Mom. This is a private matter. We want to keep this private as possible. So, can you please leave us alone? I'll make sure to let you know when we plan everything out, okay? Are you talking back to your mother-in-law? I cannot believe it. How rude. Why did Tim get such a rude wife? It's a matter of time until Tim dumps you. One day he'll no longer be able to tolerate your rude behaviors. I guess I'll have to try hard to maintain this relationship then. Thanks for the advice. Sasha, hello, are you there? Where did you put my favorite tea? I can't find it at the usual spot. It's in the top cabinet. Can you reach it? Be careful when you reach for it. If you need any help, I'll get it for you when I get home. Why would you put it in the top cabinet when you know that I drink it every day? Can't you be more considerate? And why are you not home, Sasha? Have you done all the housework? It's your duty as the in-law to cook, clean, and serve us nice tea whenever we ask you to. If you can't do that, I don't know why I'm living with my son's wife. It's going to stress me out dealing with your problematic attitude. Okay, I'm sorry if I troubled you. Make sure you tell me next time when you're leaving the house. It's rude to leave without a single word, isn't it? I can't believe you can't even do such a simple thing. I guess you're not educated enough. I hope you can be more considerate about your parents-in-law. It's the bare minimum you can do as the daughter-in-law. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I did tell you that I was leaving. Did you forget? You even answered me when I told you so. Huh? Are you trying to say that I forgot? Do you think I'm so old that I won't remember something that's happened just a few hours ago? Are you trying to blame me? How dare you? I didn't say that. We forget sometimes regardless of our age. I just wanted to tell you I did actually tell you before I left. So what? What's your problem? If I don't remember you telling me, that means you haven't told me you were leaving. It doesn't matter if you actually told me or not. What's the point if I don't remember? Understood? That doesn't make any sense. I think that's very selfish of you. Are you talking back to me again? Haven't you learned your lesson? You're really stressing me out. If only Tim hadn't married you, I wouldn't have to deal with you. How about you stop talking back to me and get pregnant with Tim's child? Go and make yourself busy with something else. How much longer are you going to make me wait? I'll probably end my life without meeting my grandchild at this pace. I'm sorry about that. At least you feel sorry, better than nothing. So, why are you not home? Where are you? What are you doing? When are you coming home? I had an appointment with my doctor. I'm still at the hospital, so it's going to take some time. I'll be home by afternoon. Hospital? Are you sick? What, did you catch a cold? You can't even take care of yourself. Well, yeah, it's nothing serious. It's no big deal. I'll be on my way home as soon as possible. It's not a big deal? Okay, then why is it taking you so long? You're taking too much time. Tell me the truth. I know you're lying about your visit to the doctor. How come a single checkup is taking several hours? I'm not lying. I'm visiting a hospital that's far away from home. It's also my first visit, so it's taking more time than usual. I'm being completely honest with you. This is the reason why it's taking long. You visited a hospital far away just because you caught a cold? Nonsense. You have to be lying. I don't believe what you said. I'm telling you, it's the truth. I'm being honest. Okay, whatever. The only thing you're expected to do is housework, yet you're still going out to play, abandoning your responsibilities. You don't even have a child to look after. At least do some housework, Sasha. I'm really disappointed in you. I honestly don't understand why Tim married you. You're the worst wife ever. I am so embarrassed to have a daughter-in-law like you. I am really at the hospital. I'm not lying. If you can't believe me, feel free to ask Tim. He knows that I'm not lying. He should be able to prove it to you, but I do hope you can believe my words, Mom. Tim's a nice boy. He'll always be on your side and lie for you. He's too kind to reveal the truth about his wife playing around. How horrible can you be, Sasha? You're trying to make your husband lie for you. Aren't you embarrassed to do something so horrible? Don't you feel bad for your husband? How many times do I have to tell you I am being honest? Am I not trustworthy? Why aren't you believing my words? You haven't been able to fulfill your role as my son's wife if you can't give birth to his baby. You're the kind of wife all parents despise. How can I trust someone like you, Sasha? You're not enough to be my son's wife. How about you finally accept how worthless you are as Tim's wife and my daughter-in-law? I think you're being too harsh on me. I'm human too. It hurts when I hear you say things like that. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to leave. My doctor called. See you later. Okay, as if I believe that. I can't believe you're still trying to pretend you're at the hospital. You should thank me for being such an understanding mother-in-law. Not a single word of thanks? How rude. Thank you, Mom. I'll be home by noon. If there's anything, you can text me anytime, but I might not be able to get back to you while I'm having my appointment. Lunch is in the fridge. You can warm it up when you get hungry. See you later. Sasha? I found a piece of paper in the cabinet. I hope you could have told me about it earlier. It had the results from an infertility test. This couldn't be yours, right? Mom, really? Did you enter our bedroom without our permission? You're invading our privacy. I think I kept the results in my bedroom. Why do you have it? That doesn't matter right now. Answer my question, Sasha. Did you take the infertility test? Don't tell me these results are final. You can't be... Oh, you're lying again, right? But your name's on the results sheet. Don't tell me it's yours. It's mine. I'm always telling you the truth, Mom. So, you're infertile? You're unable to get pregnant? Oh my goodness. Oh, this can't be happening to me. You've been lying to me all this time. You said you were waiting for the right time and all that nonsense to me. I wasn't exactly lying. Those results just came back. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Didn't I tell you that your pregnancy is also my problem? Tim told me it was better not to tell you. He thought you would make too much of a big deal out of it. I also thought it might be better not to tell you and make you sad. I know you've always wanted a grandchild, and I didn't want to shatter your hopes. Seriously? Oh my goodness. I can't believe my son married a defective wife. How could he do this to me after I took care of him for all these years? Do you think it's funny? Don't make fun of me. I'm sorry I didn't tell you about my body. It's not something I want to go around telling people. I never meant to lie to you. I was always being truthful to you. Both Tim and I are not going to give up. We can't just do nothing about it. What do you mean? After we found out I was infertile 6 months ago, I've been going under treatment. It's not easy and it's going to take some time, but we believe we'll have a baby one day if we continue working on it. Treatment? Yes. How effective can it be? So did anything change? Did you get pregnant? The treatment must be expensive. It has to be effective. Well, I'm still not at the stage where I can be pregnant. It takes time. But the last time I visited the hospital for my regular checkup, the doctor told me the treatment was going very well. It's making some progress, so I'll continue to try my best and wish for a miracle to happen. The doctor told me I might be able to get pregnant in the near future. It's just a possibility, isn't it? How can I believe you? If you're not pregnant right now, there's nothing that's certain. But there's a possibility, isn't that progress? If there's a possibility to get pregnant, I want to give it a shot. I don't want to give up. I think there's no need to rush. The treatment's going well. Tim also understands my condition, and he's really cooperative. He also believes in me. Please give us some time. I hope you can understand and root for us. Give you some time? How long do you think I've been waiting? First of all, why do I have to wait for a defective wife like you? Are you in the position to give me orders? Did you just call me defective? Why would you say that? You're abominable. It's not normal for women to undergo fertility treatment. Our body is just made to get pregnant, okay? Normal women get pregnant naturally. You don't have to go to the hospital to receive special treatment. If you can't get pregnant in the natural way, you're defective. You're abnormal, and you should be aware of that. That's not something nice to say. Do you think I wanted to be infertile? Do you know how much I wished to be a normal wife? Can you imagine how I felt when I got the results? Why do you sound angry when you're making your family pay for your treatment? We could have saved that money if you were normal. I really feel sorry for Tim, my poor son. He married a defective. He probably never knew you were abnormal. Don't you feel sorry for him, Sasha? How many times do I have to tell you, Mom? Tim understands my condition and is really cooperative. He's always been by my side and encouraging me. He loves me and respects me as his wife no matter my health condition. He is a great husband. Don't you think you're the one who's being disrespectful against Tim? I thought you believed in your son and his choices. Talking as if you know everything about my son. Let me tell you, Tim is too nice to tell you the truth. I know him very well. I bet he doesn't want you as his wife anymore now that he knows you're unable to bear children. How can you be so sure? I'm his mother, real mother. I've been taking care of my precious son for nearly 30 years now. I know everything about him. I guess you'll never understand because you'll never become a mother. What a pity. Sasha, are you still there? You're ignoring me because you don't want to face the truth, aren't you? You'll have to face reality no matter how harsh it is for you. Ignoring the truth would just hurt you more in the future. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Well, let's leave it here. I've said everything I wanted to say. Now that I know you can't get pregnant, I have absolutely no interest in you. To be honest, there's no reason to treat you as my daughter-in-law anymore. What's the point being your mother-in-law? What do you mean? You can't be serious. It's already been 3 years since you married Tim. Time really flies. And despite undergoing fertility treatment, you're still not pregnant. You really wasted a lot of time, Sasha. I'm still not pregnant, but we're seeing progress. I don't care. It's over. I've waited long enough. I cannot accept someone who can't get pregnant after 3 years of marriage as my son's wife. Get out of my house right now. I'm going to have Tim marry someone else. Someone who can get pregnant naturally and is considerate about her parents-in-law, unlike you. There are so many other women who are way better than you. What are you saying? Are you serious? Tim would never agree to that. We're in love. please, give it another thought. You can't do this to us. Didn't I tell you, Sasha? I know Tim very well. Tim will definitely agree. He must feel the same about you. There's nothing you can do or say. This decision is final. Do you understand? Just shut up and pack your things. Okay, if you insist. I will leave the house as you wish, but our relationship will never be the same. We're going to break relations, and we're back to strangers. Is that okay? No second chances. Second chances? I don't need them. I'm glad I won't have to deal with you anymore. We're finally free from a defective wife, a wife who doesn't respect her parents-in-law at all. Our life would be so much better off without you. I bet Tim would thank me for making you leave our house. Sasha, you're a burden to our family. No one loves you. Did you know that? Hopefully that's true, Mom. You may be living in a delusion. Well, I guess I'll head back to my parents' house. Goodbye. If there's anything, contact me through text as usual. I'll reply if it's something important. Oh, I'll never contact you again. Why would I need to do that after I break relations with you? Goodbye, Sasha. Sasha, what did you tell Tim? He said he'll also break relations with me. I'm his real mother. How could he ever tell me that? You must have told him something and manipulated him, you wicked girl. Excuse me? Don't blame me. I didn't manipulate him. I just told him what happened today, including the conversation I had with you. I had to fill him in with a lot of things. The only thing I did was talk to him like I do every day. I did nothing wrong. That cannot be true. You're lying again. What have you done? If it was really just that, he'll never break relations with me. We've always had a great relationship as son and mother. I know you said horrible things about me and manipulated him into breaking relations with me. How dare you? I am being completely honest. I never lied or manipulated him. But I do understand the reason why he decided to break relations with you. I think it's pretty clear why. What do you mean? What are you two hiding from me? Nothing. I've been telling you this many times already. But it's not important whether I'm able to get pregnant or not. We got married because we're in love. My infertility won't change our love towards each other. Are you trying to tell me that he still loves you even if you're infertile? Sasha, you're being delusional. Don't you understand that Tim was just being kind to you so that he won't hurt your feelings? My son has a very kind heart. Do you think he still loves you? Of course not. Why are you so confident? How can you be so sure that you know everything about Tim? It's because I'm his mother, Sasha. How many times have I been telling you this? I know everything about Tim. How many years do you think I've spent with him? That's how mothers are. I know you have no idea what it's like to be a mother. You have to accept it. That's just how it is. I guess it's really hard for you to understand as a defective wife. You're not a proper wife, nor a mother. Yes, I've never given birth like you, and I have no idea what it's like to be a mother. It's all new to me. Like you said, I'm a bit different from what you call a normal wife, but I've been trying to be the best wife for Tim. I am confident that I know Tim better than you. We love each other and share the same values. I'm his wife, and I know him the best. You can't tell me otherwise. Really? You think you know him better than me, his real mother? I've known him for nearly 30 years. Are you looking down on me? Where's your proof? Why can't you be so sure? You're just making assumptions about him. Nothing is certain. You believe Tim has the same ideas as you because he's your son. He's been a different person living a different life. He won't always have the same ideas as you. You're being delusional and trying to believe you know everything about him just because you're his mother. That's why Tim broke relations with you. Turns out you were the one who wasn't facing the harsh reality. Huh? How am I making assumptions? I'm just stating the facts. First of all, Tim isn't desperate about having a baby. Although he hopes to be a father one day, it doesn't have to be now. He says he'll be more than happy if I successfully get pregnant, but he's not in a rush. He prioritizes my health more than anything. He's willing to wait until I get pregnant. Huh? What are you saying? That can't be true. To be honest, it was my ego to try fertility treatment. He never pressured me or anything. I just wanted to try everything I can. Both Tim and I wanted to become a parent one day. How wonderful would it be if I can get pregnant with my husband's baby? I persuaded him, saying that I'll give up if I still can't get pregnant after undergoing the treatment. It's my last hope. We would be overjoyed if I actually succeeded to get pregnant. So are you telling me it was your idea to try out the fertility treatment? Really? Then what about Tim? He really didn't say anything about you getting the treatment? He's definitely very supportive of me. He says it's up to me. Tim told me that I didn't have to worry about the expenses required for the treatment, and he hopes for what's best for me. I was moved when he said he's happy enough just being with me. Even if I can't get pregnant, he'll still love me for the rest of his life and promised to make us the happiest couple on earth. Well, we'll be more than happy if I actually get pregnant. But you're defective. You're not normal. Why would he love you so much? I don't understand. There's much better wives out there in the world. How many women do you think there are? He'll definitely live a happier life if he gets married with a wife who can get pregnant naturally. That's normal and what everyone dreams to do. Isn't that your opinion? You're assuming things about Tim again. That's not what Tim thinks. Tim loves me and I love him. Don't you understand that this is why he broke relations with you? You don't understand him at all. I'm just hoping for the best for my son. I want him to live a happy life. I don't want him to waste his life on a woman like you. I can't believe he chose you over his real mother. He's a really kind boy. He wouldn't have broken relations with me if you didn't manipulate him. Tell me what you did to him. How did you manipulate him, you wicked girl? I just told him what you said to me. The only thing I shared with him is the conversation we had. We want our own child. He wants my child who I gave birth to. He doesn't want a child with someone else. He loves me, and he wants my child. You don't seem to understand that, and said very rude and hurtful things to me. I was shocked when you told me to leave the house. It's natural for Tim to want to break relations with you. You were horrible to me just because I was unable to bear a child. How dare you say that? There's nothing natural about him breaking relations with me. He is my real son. I've been taking care of him for all these years. I love him and have cherished him for all my life. How come you come along so suddenly and take him away from me? How can a defective wife ever steal my son from me? I'll never forgive you, Sasha. I won't accept this. You are indeed Tim's real mother, and I know you've taken great care of him as your beloved son. I am thankful that you gave birth to him, and so is he. Thanks to you, we are able to meet and get married. I'll always be thankful to you. That's right. You should thank me more. I'm his mother, and nothing can change that. We have a strong bond, okay? But that's just it. You're just his mother. You have no control over him. It's his own life. You can't just push your own ideals to Tim. You never tried to understand what he really thinks about this issue and made assumptions. He's a different person with a different life. He experienced different things and developed his unique ideas as well as personalities. He is not your clone. You seem to lack consideration and respect for your own son, and not to mention your son's wife. I guess you're a defective human being if you can't do these basic things as a human being. My husband was furious about how horribly his mother treated me. He decided to break relations with her without a second thought and moved in with me at my parents' house. His mother was shocked that her beloved son actually broke relations with her. She now lives alone at her house where we used to live with her. She'll have to suffer from the loneliness for the rest of her life. After a few months passed since we broke relations with her, I was successfully able to get pregnant. I'm guessing a miracle happened now that I'm free from stress caused by his mother. A year after a stable pregnancy, I gave birth to our daughter. Both of us are now out of the hospital and healthy as ever. We left our parents' house shortly after, and we live in a brand new house with just the three of us now. Just to be nice, my husband informed his mother about me successfully giving birth. She hasn't seen her grandchild, and I'm pretty sure she'll never be able to. If she had been more understanding about my infertility and supportive of my treatment, we still might have been living with her at her house. We might have had a very different outcome if she was more accepting. She failed to achieve her dreams of taking care of her grandchild because of herself. Isn't that very ironic?
Seth, I've been told the day that I'll be able to get out of the hospital. They say that I'll be able to come back home in another 3 days.
I see. On that day, I'll take the day off of work and come there to get you.
You don't have to do that for me. They're going to call a taxi that allows wheelchairs to take me home in.
Cammy, I'm so sorry. I'll do my best to support you in any way I can to help you get back on your feet, literally.
You don't have to blame yourself too much over this. It was also my fault for dozing off while we were walking along.
You being alert wouldn't have made any difference. It's all my fault for crossing that bridge behind you while looking at my phone the whole time. Because of that, I ran into your back at the stairs down the bridge and you tumbled all the way to the bottom. And because of that, you're in a wheelchair now.
They never said anything about me never being able to walk again, though. The doctor said that as long as I continue my rehabilitation, there's a good chance that I'll be able to walk again.
Well, that's just a possibility, right?
Don't say that like it'll never happen, okay? I'm going to put my best foot forward to make sure that I can stand on both of my feet again.
I'm sorry.
And the other thing is it's lucky that this was all with you. If it was some random stranger that had done this to me, my mental state would be so much worse.
I don't think so. Look, your legs are...
Well, if you're going to be so upset by what's happened, then why don't you promise me to never do something like that again? The next time you do something like this to me, I won't be so kind to you.
Of course. I'll never even look at my phone anymore while I'm walking. I'm so very sorry, Cammy.
If you're understanding of my feelings, then we can stop talking about all of this and move on from it. Stop with all your pouting right now, and go back to being the cheerful man that I came to love.
You are so strong, Cammy. Are you really not that upset with me right now?
Well, you're my husband, Seth. Is there any point to me being upset with you now, after all that happened is in the past?
But for a while now, you're not going to be able to walk.
Whether I held anything against you or was angry with you, those emotions would never help me get my legs back. So that's why I'm going to let the past go and move forward to a life where I fight my hardest to get better. I'm going to keep moving forward, and so should you.
And that's very true, but...
So now we're going back to this?
I'm sorry.
Hey, on the day I get out of the hospital, you really do not have to take the day off work. So you can come see me when you're out and we can celebrate. We can call it a celebration of me being released from this cold hospital room.
All right. Then on my way home from work, I'll get us a huge cake. What do you want to do for dinner that night?
I wonder if I'll be able to cook as well now that I'm in a wheelchair. I think for a little bit I won't be able to make much at home.
Then how about we order delivery of some kind?
That's a great idea. I will have to be working on making the place more accessible to myself when I get back home. And so I wouldn't be able to get anything together for dinner anyway. So I'll order something while you're coming home to be delivered.
If you need any help with anything, I'll help you move the furniture around when I get home.
Thank you. But I'll let you know about all of that after I give living in a wheelchair a try to see how everything feels.
All right, I'll leave that up to you then. I'll do anything you need me to when I get home.
Seth, can you make sure to buy some vinegar on your way home from work today?
Why do I have to?
It's been raining all day, so I haven't been able to get out since it's hard to move in a wheelchair in the rain.
Well, if you had bought yourself a poncho before, you would wear that and go. All you do is sit around at home every day now, so you have all day to go out and shop while I don't.
I'm just asking you to buy me some vinegar. There are stores all along your drive home that you can stop at and grab some.
Then I don't need any dinner from you tonight. I'll eat something on the way home.
Huh? Why would you do that instead of just stopping at a store for 2 seconds?
You ran out of vinegar, and you never bought yourself a rain poncho, so this is on you.
I mean, I guess you could blame me for that. But saying that you'll eat out tonight because you don't want to buy a single bottle of vinegar is a bit strange.
That's not the only reason for me staying out to eat. Coming back home to you always getting in my way is such a pain.
Getting in your way? I don't think it's okay to say that about me.
Your stinking wheelchair is huge and blocks everything. I feel that being at home with you around is starting to raise my blood pressure.
I can't do anything about that though. I wouldn't be able to go anywhere without the wheelchair.
Who was the one that said that they'd put their best foot forward to be able to walk again? And when you said there was a chance of walking again, was that a lie?
Don't say that to me. I said there's a chance that I will be able to walk again as long as I keep going to rehab. That wasn't me saying that I will walk anytime soon. And I'm still going to rehab every day almost, and I have no plans of giving up anytime soon.
You are so full of it. You have everything handed to you because you're disabled and the victim. And anytime you want to go somewhere with me, I have to push you around, and at home I'm always forced to care for you. I'm putting in so much work and it's all for nothing.
You're saying that helping me is supposed to have merits or something? Do you not remember that me having to live in this wheelchair is because of you?
And we promised to never bring that up again, right?
Sorry. But with everything you're saying to me right now, it's making me really sad. At first you were saying you'd always be around to support me. But now, you've slowly been getting colder and more distant from me. And while you've been distancing yourself, I've still been putting in 110%.
Don't tell me that you've been putting in that much effort. I don't see any results from whatever efforts you speak of. I have to sacrifice my life to take care of a defective woman now. So I think you better try harder to make some of this up to me.
Defective woman? You've been thinking of me like that?
Well, you can't walk now, can you? And when I'm not around, you can't do anything. And when it rains, you can't even get out of the house. Even if you were still normal like the rest of us, then you'd be able to handle yourself.
I never wanted to hear that from you.
What? Are you going to start blaming me some more? I've done my best to stay quiet and never mention anything about wanting a divorce, all while taking care of you.
You want to get a divorce?
Of course I want to. But both of your parents and my parents would tear me a new one if I were to mention anything like that to them. So I have to be responsible for everything now. But not if I'm going to keep being blamed for every little thing.
So you've been saying around me so that I wouldn't get angry with you?
I'm tired of this. Talking to you is awful. You'd be the one getting screwed the most, so why don't you just shut up and let me be for now?
Seth, don't you think you should come home right after work so that you and I can talk about all of this more?
But it's a freaking pain having to talk to you. I'm going to do what I have to, okay? So stop trying to talk to me about anything, because I do not have the patience for it. But if you can't keep yourself quiet and keep coming at me with all your complaints, then I'm going to leave you for good. I know you're the victim, so you can just shut up about it already.
Seth, I have something I'd like to talk about. Do you think you can come home as soon as you get out of work?
I don't think so. I have a lot of work that just keeps stacking up, and so I don't think I'll be home tonight.
You've never had to work that late while working for that company before, though. And I was doing the same sort of job you're doing now, so I know that it doesn't get that busy.
Well, I don't think you understand this company.
But my dad is working in the same kind of company as you and says that this is not the busy season, even for you guys.
Stop trying to compare what this company has to get done with whatever his company is doing. Right now, everyone here is very busy and has a lot of things to handle.
So we're not even going to be able to have a normal discussion anymore, huh?
We don't have anything to discuss, do we?
Well, I do.
Then you can tell me right here, right now on the phone. I'll take a look at what you have to say later after you're done typing.
Then I guess I'll let you know right now. Seth, you've been cheating on me, right?
Huh? What? Do you have any proof of that?
I found a letter in one of your suit pockets. It was from Valentine's Day, and it had some things written on the inside of it.
What the heck? You're going to start doubting me because of that? I just happen to be really popular with a lot of the women around town. So every year I happen to get a lot of Valentine's Day letters and cards from them.
But this one is asking what hotel you want to stay at next time on it. This would mean that you're cheating on me, right?
I don't know anything about that. I bet whoever was writing that was doing so as a joke or something. Stop trying to tell me that that letter is enough proof to say that I'm really cheating on you.
So after all the times you've been staying outside of the house these past few months, you're going to try and hide the truth from me now?
I'm not trying to hide anything from you though, Cammy. You already know that if I'm to throw you away, your life will be over, right? You're still in that crappy wheelchair, and you've gotten old. I don't think there are any men that will be willing to marry a defect like you now. So even if you were to find out that I've been cheating on you, you wouldn't be able to divorce me.
And that's why I'm saying you don't have to try hiding that from me anymore. You could have just told me that you knew about the letter in your suit pocket, and we could have carried on from there.
Well, you can't consider some letter that I get all the time from random women as proof. You're freaking out so much right now that I'm having a laugh. What do you want to do about this? Do you want me to tell you that I'm cheating just so that you can feel something again after sitting in that thing for so long?
So you have been cheating on me then?
I've had to live with a crippled woman. So don't act as though me having some other woman around to play with is such a bad thing.
You're such a jerk, Seth. I understand very well now that you're not the same Seth that I fell in love with. A mess up as bad as you had nowhere else to go but hell.
Shut up already, Cammy. I've been trying so hard to have a life of my own. You've always gotten in the way of it. And because you fell down those stairs, I have to be the one to care for your butt. I didn't volunteer for this job, Cammy. I've said this a lot now, but you should be thankful that I haven't thrown you away yet.
I'm not thankful for you at all now.
Don't you say another freaking word. If you try and talk back to me again, I will seriously leave you. A piece of crap in a wheelchair like you needs to shut the hell up and listen to me.
Calling me a piece of crap is pretty brave of you, Seth. But I can walk again.
Huh? You can walk now?
Yeah. I've been able to stand up now on my own for over a month. And as long as I have some things to support myself with, I'm able to walk.
Stop trying to give me such BS lies. Just a few days ago, you were still in that wheelchair.
That's because I didn't want you knowing that I could walk again. I wanted to take a little bit longer to find a lot of good evidence of you cheating on me. So I played the part of a cripple for just a few more days.
What?
If you had known that I was able to walk again, you might have stopped going out with those other women, and I would have missed my chance to get heart-proof. And having you come back home all the time again would have annoyed me. I also didn't want you trying to change back the Seth you used to be before the accident.
But for over a half of a year, you weren't able to walk. Are you actually able to start walking again that quickly?
You're shocked right now, aren't you? Even the doctors were shocked to see me walking again so quickly.
Have you really been able to walk again?
That's why I'm telling you right now that I have. If you don't believe me, then come home right now and see for yourself.
I see. All right. I'll be home as soon as I can after work.
And we're going to be talking about getting a divorce tonight, okay?
Wait, what the hell? You were finally able to walk again and you want to get a divorce still? Are you saying that since you don't need a wheelchair anymore, you don't have a use for me?
Why should I have to continue being married to the man that cheated on me with multiple other women?
You have it all wrong now, Cammy. You were just a bit upset right now and are overthinking things about what you saw. Did I ever say to you that I was actually cheating on you?
Why do you think I've been so quiet about things for the longest time now? I told you that I was using that time to make sure I got all the evidence I needed. And that's a lot more than just this letter. Me wanting to leave you now isn't because I can walk again. I've been getting ready to divorce way before I was able to stand again. And another thing, these texts are being viewed by both your mom and dad right now.
My parents? Why them? Why are you doing this?
Because I knew I was going to be divorcing you for a long time now. I made sure to do all of this so that you couldn't run away from me. And not just that, but also my mom and dad are watching this conversation play out. So I think it's best you stop trying to make excuses for things and just come home. And remember that there's no use in trying to run now, so just come here after your work is finished and we can move on with things. I'm not going to run or hide from you, so don't try doing that with me.
Cammy, please. Can you please come back home?
I can't. I'm busy with a lot of things now. I have to get a lot of my things ready to move out, and I need to stop by a few different places to work on some legal things.
I left that last girl that I was with though.
Is that right?
Can you please come back and try to make up with me? I want to help you with your rehab again, and I want to make things as smooth as they can be for you as you transition back to walking on your own.
Are you not embarrassed by saying things like that to me? Have you forgotten why this is all happening in the first place and how you treated me a few days ago?
I think that I was a real jerk back then. I know that I was, and it's not okay.
So then you should know that something like that, making up, isn't going to work.
I'm sure this is going to sound like more excuses to you, but those times were hard for me as well.
Huh?
I have been blaming myself ever since the day I put you in that wheelchair due to my negligence. And having to come home to see you in that wheelchair every time was torture. And so I just couldn't manage my feelings about you and what happened any longer, and things happened because of that.
So that's why you started to say terrible things to me and cheat on me with other women? And went and did things on your own without even telling me?
Deep down, I never wanted to do any of those things. It's just that after seeing you like that all the time, I wasn't able to control what I did and said.
I'm done here. At this point, talking to you any longer will make me blow a fuse. I want to hand in those divorce papers soon, so please sign them. If you don't have them signed by the middle of this week, I'll have to take all of this to the court and have it settled there.
Wait a second. I told you that I don't want to get divorced.
Did I ever say that I cared what you think? And didn't you threaten me before the divorce saying that if you let me, I'd be done for?
That wasn't meant to be taken seriously.
You don't want to get a divorce now because my dad had to sit down and say a few things to you, right? You both work in the same field, and he would begin to start saying things about you that might threaten your career, right? And what makes things worse for you is that your boss is best friends with my dad ever since college.
That's not why I don't want a divorce.
Then why? Are you upset that I found out about you cheating on me and don't want to pay the settlement for that? Maybe it's that and everything else. You're afraid that if others find out about this that you've been involved with, they'll start to come after you.
I'm sorry. I'm really so sorry for everything. I really dropped the ball on our whole relationship by doing all those crappy things, so I'll never do anything like that again. So give me another chance.
I think I've given you plenty of chances already, don't you? The reason for me wanting this divorce right now isn't because I've finally become able to walk again. You starting to become distant from me and cold caused me to start to think. And when you kept on calling me crippled, and in your way I didn't try to fight back because I was giving you the chance to come back. I wanted you to warm up again to me and close that distance you made.
Cammy, I'm so sorry.
But with every chance I gave you, you only became more and more hateful towards me. You then started to run away with other women and would really get heated when I tried to say anything to you. And when I was having a tough time, you were never at my side to help me feel better. You had plenty of time to make things right with all the chances I gave you before my love for you went cold.
I really am the worst man alive. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry.
It's too late for that game now.
No, Cammy. What am I going to do if you divorce me now? There's nobody that's going to come and help me after this. Cammy, please help me. Please.
When I needed you to help me, you were off making love to other women and calling me horrible things. Now I don't feel a dang thing for you. It wasn't just my legs that you ended up hurting. You did a far worse job to my heart, and it'll take forever to heal from that than what happened with my legs. If you really do feel sorry for what you did to me, then you can apologize by never talking to me again. few days after all of that, I received the divorce papers in the mail signed by my husband. I think after a few days of not talking to me and cooling off, he started to realize what he'd done by hurting me so much. But all of that hate from him and the amount of times he cheated on me was unforgivable. So me leaving him for good was the right option, I think. And another thing that's really caused me so much pain was that he threatened me by saying that if he divorced me, I'd never make it because I was in a wheelchair. I really thought that he was the kind of man that understood the pain I was in after the accident, but he never once actually thought about how I felt. I'm sure that things like this happen a lot with families, and having a family member end up in a bad accident where they can't walk anymore. But I think that most would come together after the shock and make sure that the afflicted is supported for however long it takes for them to heal. I feel though that had I not been paralyzed from the waist down, there would be some point in which Seth's true character would come out and cause a divorce. After the divorce, my dad did not hesitate to tell a lot of people about the kind person Seth is. And since then, he's been walking a thin line when going out to work. And I've heard that the last woman he had cheated on me happened to be one of his co-workers. And so when that was figured out, his salary was cut and he had to go on unpaid leave for a bit while HR dealt with things. For someone that cared so much about himself and nobody else, he's really let himself go through all of his actions. 3 months after the divorce had happened, things had become so harsh for him that he ended up quitting his job at the company. And anybody that knew him stopped hanging out with him because they all looked down on him for what he'd done. And so I don't really hear anything anymore about what's happening to him. But I think it's over for Seth, and he'll never be able to return to the life he had a year ago before the accident. And I've already gotten my half of the properties in the divorce from him, as well as my settlement, so there's nothing else I need to know or hear from that man. I don't even care about how he's going to survive now without a job or much money, and I shouldn't have to, right? I've been lucky enough to get back in touch with the company I worked for before the accident, and they've allowed me to start working again from home. And because all of my friends and people that my dad has introduced me to, I've been able to stay busy with work and my life, and haven't had to worry about having food to eat or a house to live in. But I'm still very reliant on having my cane to be able to walk. So I'm still going to rehab to make sure that my muscles grow stronger and my mind stronger as well. I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to freely walk without some kind of tool ever again, but I'm going to keep on training in hopes that one day I can. Even if the potential for that is really low, if I keep on putting in a lot of work, the chances will continue to grow for me. And along with that, I'm going to keep trying my best to maintain the life I've been given now. And will never forget all the strength I've had to make it this far already.
Emily, your dad ended up working in construction for a while and still has connections to it, right? I remember hearing that from him while at your wedding and wanted to confirm that it was him. Yeah, you are right about that. Sandra, why do you ask about him all of a sudden? Do you need him to do something for you? No, I was just asking is all. But actually, I have to move out of the house I'm living in right now. And since this has come out of nowhere, I'm in a bit of a pinch. That's really tough, actually. Was there a reason for all of this having to happen to you? Well, apparently the landlord's kid is coming back here. And he's asked me to leave my place so that he has a place to give to his kid. Of course, he's going to be paying me to leave the place, but I haven't been able to find a place to move into yet. It's all happened so fast, and I kind of feel like it's a bit unfair of him to do that to my husband and I. I get what's going on now. That does seem pretty unfair of him to do that, but I remember hearing that you and your husband have been late on some payments, so maybe he's just had enough and needed a reason to get you out. Sorry for suggesting that. But anyway, why did you want to ask about my dad? I don't think he'll be able to help you out much in your current situation. Well, since he's worked in house construction and knows it all very well, I was wondering if he knew of any new places that I could buy. I've been looking around where my husband works, but I haven't been able to find anything good. So if it's okay with your dad, I'd love for him to show me some places. But he just worked in building houses and most of the time was in the office anyway, so he never went to any of the job sites. And most of those houses that get built are by people paying them to build, so it's not like he's been building them to then be sold. You'd have to talk to a realtor about things like that. So I don't think he's going to know of any places for you to go. What? Are you sure? He doesn't have any friends working in the realtor business or anything like that that he could refer me to? That's a completely different line of work there. But I can at least give him a shout and see what he says. He might know some realtor groups that he's worked with in the past that you could go talk to. Well, if you don't think he knows anyone, then we'd better not bother him. But right now, I am really in a pinch. I don't even want to have to leave the place I'm at right now or this area. It can be pretty hard finding places to live in areas as expensive as that of where your husband works. And even if it was cheaper there, it's a competitive spot, so people would be buying a lot quicker than you most of the time. Maybe it's better to look for an apartment in the area again and then wait a bit for the market to settle down. I'd love to do that, but I'm not wanting to stay in an apartment again after this. Man, searching for housing is so tough. I'm sure it's been tough for you too, right? So you have to understand how I'm feeling right now. What was tough for me exactly? Looking for a house. Because you're in a wheelchair, right? You have to find a house that's accessible for you and a part of town that allows you to get around. That had to have been hard, right? You make a good point. There aren't a lot of apartment buildings with elevators either unless they were built in the last 20 years. And I want to get out of my place by myself sometimes. So when I was looking, I became pretty frustrated by how very little accessible housing there was. Right? Well, even though that was tough, I don't have to worry about it much anymore. Why not? You're not going to be living there for the rest of your life, right? Well, my husband and I have had a house built for us. And we made sure that it's really open and very accessible for me, as well as that it's in a place we want to live forever. So I'm living here with no problems whatsoever and hope to for however long I'm around. Huh? Hold on a second. What the heck? I never heard anything about you guys having a house built. Well, we have been pretty busy back then and the whole move into it and everything. And the construction of it took a lot of time out of our day as well. Even now, I'm still doing some things in the house to decorate it, so I'm not quite at the point of telling everyone where I'm at yet. I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. I guess I should have since your family. Huh? So your husband must really be bringing in the money for you guys. I'm pretty jealous that you get to be with someone like my little brother. Well, he's been doing a really good job taking care of me. Even to the point that I feel I'm not doing nearly enough for him. And you are right to feel that way. You are in a wheelchair and probably don't make a penny for you guys, nor can you please him the same way other women can. And I bet you don't even get any of the chores done there. Actually, I'm doing all the chores still. Do you really think there are chores that you can do while trapped in that wheelchair? I bet all you do is ride around with a broom and push things around, right? So calling that doing all the chores is a bit much. Are you trying to make fun of someone that's putting in a lot of work as a real housewife? I see. I'm sorry for making it sound that way. You don't have to bother with apologizing to me. I can see that that's the way you get a house built for you then. You have to be very thankful for him and all the money he had to sacrifice for that. You are right. Oh, well, if you happen to run across any houses that look good and near my husband's work, let me know, okay? I have to find something by the middle of next month or we'll be doomed. See ya! Sandra, excuse me. I've noticed that some things for you have arrived at our house, but did you mean to send these here? Ah, yes, I did. I'm sorry for not mentioning that to you earlier. I was forced to move out of my place and have to come to you. So you're moving in with us? I heard about this from my dad. He told me that he's going to be living with you both there. And that's the reason you had that house built as well? I know I just asked this, but I need to ask again. Are you actually thinking of moving in with us? Well, of course I am. Why else would I be sending a lot of my things over to your house? Does your mom know that all of this is happening? Right now, everyone is out of the house, and so I can't ask them what they know, but I'd really like that you ask them first before sending things to the house like you're allowed to be here already. Well, they won't know anything because I haven't told them yet. Do they have to know that I'm coming for me to move in there? You're asking me that question? Coming into our house this quickly isn't a simple thing. What are we going to do about all of these things you've sent here? Right now, I can barely get around the front of the house with all these boxes in my way. Sorry for the clutter. And you shouldn't have to be thinking that, right? I'm going to be there tomorrow to take care of all those things, so don't feel as though they'll be sitting around for days. So can you do me a favor and move all the packages into an open room? Thank you. No, this is not the time to be saying thank you. I have to check with your mom and my husband about this first. And I'm not going to decide on all of this myself without getting their feedback, because this is their house too. Oh, come on. What are you talking about? That house that you have right now is built on the land that my parents own, right? We did have this house built on their land with the intent that we have them come live with us. But does that have anything to do with you forcing your way into this house? You know it has everything to do with it. That land is my parents' land. And so that means that place is the new family house. And if it's the new family house and I'm family, then I can move there whenever I please. Well, I guess one could say that. But what you're doing and what you're saying are two different things. First, let me go and talk with everyone else about this, and then we can make a solid decision. What do you mean? What I'm saying is different. Why do you have to check with everyone first before letting me move into my family's house? Do you really think they're going to say no to what I'm doing? Because this house is no longer just your parents' place anymore, but mine and my husband's as well. My husband and I were the ones that paid for this whole house to be built. And yet you're trying to move into here without letting anyone know? No matter what the situation is, you have to talk about what you're allowed to do before making a move. My gosh, this is the reason why? Let me tell you something. I think that me living there with my parents would be a lot more beneficial to them than having you there. What is that supposed to mean, Sandra? You know what I'm implying, right? Someone that's disabled and bound to a wheelchair is not able to get as much housework done as a normal person, right? Do you think I'm going to leave my parents in your hands? I told you this before, but I am still able to do all the chores in my state. I can even get a lot of cooking done, and so there's no need to worry here about living with me. If there was, then none of this would have happened in the first place. But even still, that's less than what a normal person can do, right? Or maybe this is something else. Are you having my parents take care of you because you're pretty much useless? That right there is pretty screwed up, considering that they are both getting old. That is not what's happening here. You can say whatever you want, right? I know in reality you are putting my parents through a lot of trouble there. You're the cause of all their problems now, and that's why you won't own up to it. You're afraid they might have to kick you out of there. Even if that's what you think is going on here, you are still not allowed to just barge into this house and say that you'll be living here without everyone in this house's answer first. Please, just wait for me to talk to your mom and my husband about this first. You really are a pain in the butt, Emily. And that's why I'm having to get into that place now. Now that you understand, can you move my things to an open room? I'll be coming over tomorrow, and there is nothing you can do to stop me. Sandra, when are you going to be coming home? I have lunch and everything made up for you now. Oh, I'm sorry, Emily. I don't think I'll be needing lunch today after all. What? Again with this? You asked me to make you something yesterday as well and never came to eat it. Well, I'm going out with friends now for lunch. I couldn't say no to them, right? Well, if you knew that ahead of time, you should have told me. It's a pain for me to have to make food that won't be eaten. That's because you're in a wheelchair, right? But listen, this is great. After that whole conversation we had weeks ago, we are still able to live in that house together. So all that crap from you before meant nothing, right? There is still a limit to us all living together. You are only going to be with us until you find a new home, right? Did my parents agree to something like that? But Emily, that house you have is so relaxing to live in. To the point that I'd love to live in it with you all forever. The only reason we are allowing you to live here is because of what happened between you and the landlord, and you'll only be here until you have a new place to go. You need to start searching for a place more seriously now, or we'll all have a problem. Don't say that to me. That's right. How about you and your husband get out of here? Then there would be no problems with me staying here with my parents, right? Why do you think something like that could ever happen? I told you this already, but this house was planned out and paid for by my husband and I. So we are not leaving. Why not? We are not just going to give the house we had built for us away. And in the near future, we are planning on buying the land off your mom so that it can all be under our name. So you're asking the impossible from us right now. Right. I'm going to change the conversation a little now. What do you want now? Are you finished with all of today's chores yet? I asked you to get it all done before I left, right? I've finished everything already. But you weren't there to help me out with any of it, so it was a real pain as well. Oh, is that so? Then let me add some more things for you. Can you go out and wash my car? What? No way! I may be able to handle things inside the home, but you know that I can't clean a car all on my own. I am your sister-in-law, so you go and do what I've asked of you. I'm not going to let you slack off just because you're in a wheelchair. Sandra, ever since you barged into my house, you've been asking me things like this a lot. Asking me to do things that I just cannot do. What are you wanting to do to me? Nothing. I'm simply asking you to do some favors for me is all. Well, if you don't like helping me out from time to time, then leave the house. If you do that, then you'll never have to be bothered by me asking for help ever again. Understood. I'll wash your car. What? Can you actually do it? You told me a second ago that you can't do it, right? Well, if I don't do it, you're just going to keep complaining, right? So I'll do anything that I have to get you to shut up. Is that so? Well, good luck then. I've only been asking you to do small things for me, so there's no need for you to get up in arms about it. If you have a real problem with me, then you can leave whenever you want. Emily, where are you right now? What's happened with all the chores you're supposed to do today? Don't tell me you plan to slack off today. Right now, we've taken her to get a medical exam done. Oh, she did say something about that kind of thing. Well, besides that, did you hear the news? Last night, my parents were having a talk. My mom was saying that she can no longer take having you in the house with us. Something like that was never said last night. You never were around to hear any of that, so what are you talking about? She said all of that. She even said that she's pissed that you keep acting like a parasite leeching off of everyone here. A parasite, huh? Oh, maybe something like that was said. Huh? What are you going on about right now? You really are messed up more in the head than both your legs are. Well, that doesn't matter now, as long as you understand what all this means. A parasite like you needs to leave this house now. That's what's best for everyone here. I'm surprised you could say something so audacious. I was talking about having my daughter, you, leave the house. Huh? I'm not your freaking daughter. You really do have a screwed up head on you, just like those mangled legs. The only one that's screwed up right now is you, saying such horrible things to my cute daughter-in-law. And not just that, but ever since you came into the house without asking, you have done nothing but sit around and take advantage of us. When the hell are you going to find that new house? What is wrong with you? Are you trying to act like Mom? You're talking to me right now through text, so that's not going to work. You wish this was her trying to act like me. But right now you are talking to your mother, and you've made her very, very upset. I do not want to see my daughter talking to someone else in the family like you have today. Is this really you, Mom? Stop joking, Emily. This isn't a joke. If you're not going to believe me, then do you want me to tell you how long you had been wetting the bed for? Or maybe I can tell you the story of how you'd gotten cheated on in high school. Stop that right now! Why are you using Emily's phone? What happened to her? I told you we're at the hospital right now so that she can get her exam done. Forgot that already? Huh? You said that? You must have just asked where she was to have a reason to start a conversation with her again then. Now let me ask you this. When did I ever say that I was getting fed up with Emily living in this house with us and wanted her to leave? You were talking with Dad about it last night. You said that the parasite living here is being a pain in the butt. And I knew that you were talking about the problems you have with Emily, right? Oh, you're talking about that. Well, you're mistaken. That parasite I was talking about was in reference to you. Huh? You're lying, right? Not at all. You said you had no place to go, and that's why you forced Emily to let you live here. But this whole time you've been here, you haven't done poop. Haven't done poop? I've gone to the realtor once. And that was one time. I know that since then, you haven't been doing a thing to find yourself a house. And just when I thought I was having enough of you, you started to tell Emily to get out of this house. What is that all about? Who the hell do you think you are to be telling her all of that? I don't see you giving anything to be allowed in this house still. You are an embarrassment, Sandra. No, but wait, have you even thought enough about the reality of the situation right now? When you and Dad need to be taken care of in your old age, do you really think Emily can do it in her wheelchair? And if that becomes a problem, your father and I will go into a home. Why should the person who paid for the house to be built have to leave their house? You're the one that needs to be tossed out. But this land is the family's, right? And I'm planning to let Emily buy it from me. I want to use the money she pays us as part of our retirement. Understand? She is being very kind, saying that she's willing to pay for this land. That's what she should be doing. I was originally going to let her have it, but she continued to offer that she pay. I'd rather have a daughter like her than one that complains all day and asks the owner of the house she's allowed to live in to leave. And not only all of those other piss-poor reasons, but also because you've been messing with her for being in a wheelchair. Then are you saying that it's better we all have to leave that house instead of her? I am, Sandra. I am. Let me be transparent with you now. The way that you have been treating Emily is absolutely unacceptable. If you're not going to change everything about yourself right now, then get out of her house. Shut up for a second, Mom. I don't have anywhere to go right now, so you can't seriously be asking me to leave. The owners of this house are Emily and my son. So if you knew living here for the time being was your only way of staying off the streets, then why have you been making fun of the owner? If you don't want to leave this house, then change that attitude of yours right now. If you don't, you won't have a place to live starting tomorrow. The four of us living here are happy for a nasty witch like you to be tossed out whenever. After that, I came back home from the hospital to a very furious sister-in-law standing at the door. She was so furious, in fact, that it was almost like she had forgotten everything her mom had said to her. And right in front of her own mom, she began to cuss me out and even rock me around in my wheelchair. But after seeing that her daughter's attitude had only gotten far worse, Bev became the new monster in the house and slapped Sandra across the face so hard that it went dead silent. And then she dragged her out the front door into the lawn and left her there to come back in with me and lock all the doors. Sandra began to scream and cry, asking to be let in while banging on the door, but we moved upstairs to her room and began going through all her things. And right then and there, Bev called Sandra's husband and told him that they were not welcomed there anymore. Before taking all of Sandra's things and throwing them out the second-story window, including all the fragile things that broke on impact. Luckily, her husband had emergency savings in his account, so he was able to find a new apartment for them to live in. But both Sandra's parents had cut ties with her by now, and so we'll never be seeing her again. I know that me being in a wheelchair limits me from doing a lot of things, but when it comes to most housework, I'm able to do them, as long as there isn't someone constantly trying to put me down. But because Sandra tried to take advantage of me and my disability, she had to feel the full wrath of her mom and lose almost everything she had. I'm not really sure what's been going on in her life now after such an eye-opening experience, but I've heard rumors that her husband is thinking about getting a divorce because of how useless she's become. I'll make sure from now on to continue to do my best to do everything I can for the family, as they've done a lot for me. And while I'm at it, I'll avoid ever making Bev upset, because that last moment between her and Sandra was very scary.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.